Welcome, everyone, to the L7C podcast, Content Tuesday edition. Today is the first podcast of 2026, and we got the crew with us. We got the captain, Byron Mitchell. How are you doing today, sir?
Happy New Year first. I'm doing good, man. Talking about this OSU game is going to bring out some emotions, but we'll see.
We got the anime expert, Mr. Cedric Ware. How you doing today, sir?
Well, 2026, man. Just happy to see another year, man. I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing good, man, and amen to that. Happy to see another year, another opportunity. And then we got the EVP, Mr. Justin Akina. How you doing today, sir?
Good. I do not have, still fucking contagious, but I don't think I got the flu anymore. So
That's
glad
good.
to be out that shit. It's fucked up last week.
Oh, man. Well, again, let's just get right into it. We'll start to the captain. Byron, it's the first one of 2026. We're talking college ball. Start where we always start. Let's start with the Buckeyes and what has happened since our last podcast we've had.
OSU unfortunately lost to Miami 24-14. Julian Sand, 22 for 35, 287 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. The first one was a pick six, and the other pick sealed the game. Bo Jackson, 13 carries, 55 yards, 1 touchdown. Jeremiah Smith did have a pretty good game, 7 receptions, 157 yards, 1 touchdown. Parnell Tate, 3 receptions, 37 yards. Defensively, we did have 2 sacks, 4 tackles for losses, and 1 fumble recovery. Our kicker, Jaden Fielding, did miss a crucial kick to put points on the board when we only had 0. Our O-line was getting bullied by Ruben Bain and Miami's D-line all night. I think our O-line was the most frustrating part of the game for me. We did have someone new start for the first time all season in the place of an injured Tishabola, who played the whole season until he got injured. I think he got injured in the Indiana game. But the other 4 linemen were getting beat all night too. So just a disappointing end to 2025 for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, Ohio State. A lot of places opened at 10. It settled around 9.5. Was one of the bigger favorites, if not the biggest, during this round. It's the biggest upset of the 12-team playoff era, even though it's been only like 2 years since it was a 10 seed beating a 2 seed. Also, Ohio State is now 0 in college football playoff games that are on New Year's Eve. They're 0-3. They lost the first one, the Clemson 2016, where they got blanked. And then obviously we know the one now 4 years ago where they lost to Georgia and it ended right at midnight, missing that kick. And now this Miami game that they've lost. Cedric, your thoughts on this New Year's Eve game from the Buckeyes and the Hurricanes?
We seemed a little disorganized. I think there was a point where, honestly, we had some good momentum coming in the third quarter. We could have fought back. We started to show some fight, and it just, I don't know if it was just running out of gas or running out of steam or just one of those things. It's just kind of fizzled back out. We were down 14-0 relatively quickly. Our defense at least made them drive. They had to drive the whole field. But, again, they only put up 24 points, so it's not like they were out here getting, bombed on. It just didn't execute, didn't control the line of scrimmage enough in this game to win. Giving up 5 sacks definitely hurts. We saw, at least with the Indiana game as well, when Sands getting pressured, and we can't control the line of scrimmage, can't get the run game going, can't move the blocks, can't hold the blocks. If we're going backwards instead of forwards, we can lose. And just the turnovers don't help in that endeavor. So,
Justin, your thoughts on the game that happened?
Yeah, before the game started, I was getting nervous. Because there was too much love for Ohio State for real. 9.5 was crazy. I didn't have the foresight to bet on Miami, but I definitely wasn't playing it with Ohio State. Slow start. You can attribute that. Well, Ohio State do that shit all the time. They're a notorious slow starting team, but part of that's the break two, the pick six definitely didn't help. But bottom line is, Ohio State's O-line couldn't block shit like that. That was the key issue of the game. There was pressure on saying all game long. He was uncomfortable that entire game. And then the last pick on the last drive, Miami got to him and rushed that throw with only 3 guys. Ohio State dropped 8 on that. Oh no, Miami dropped 8 on that play. It was only 3 guys rushing, and Mesidor and Bang get to him and hit him and caused that interception. And then in the third quarter, Ohio State was starting to get it together, started to get rolling a little bit, and then I think it just all caught up with them. They were on the field longer. That defense longer than Miami. I think it just caught up with them because pretty much the offense wasn't doing shit. The offense wasn't sustaining drives. They scored the 2 drives in the second half, and then in the fourth quarter, Miami and Ohio State exchanged punts, and then Miami goes on that long drive to score a touchdown to go up 24-14. Just the way the game was going, the entire game, Saban was going to have enough time back there to be able to make the plays necessary to even do that comeback. So, yeah, it's tough. It's not what you like to see, but shout outs to Miami. They came ready to play. They executed their game plan. They got pressure on saying they had some lucky bounces like in the second quarter when Caleb Downs hits them and the ball bounces right back to the Miami player which enables them to kick a field goal instead of it being a turnover, which helped them. It was just a game that came down to moments in the game that honestly didn't go Ohio State's way. And then, like I said earlier, the offensive line did not show up for them, and that was the true Achilles heel of Ohio State. The past 2 games, really, because in the end, they ain't blocked shit either.
Yeah, before I actually give a real thing, obviously, I've said Miami's ass. I mean, I have. It's the truth. Let's just get this out the way. So I got
the defense is nice, man.
I didn't say it's a team sport. Defense is nice. Everything else ass. So
man.
the coach,
their coach and their quarterback are questionable.
The 2 most important things. So
yeah, their running back game is dope. Mark Fletcher Jr. is a guy.
Hey, you got. I'll give you Carson Beck. You gotta put some respect on Mario. He did it.
No,
his team did it.
Hold on, before.
Okay,
clock management USA trash ass. He fine. Okay, whatever. But I was wrong. I said last time I wanted Miami because I thought they sucked. I thought we were going to beat the brakes off of them, especially coming off that Indiana game. I was wrong. Miami hasn't won this is the biggest win Miami has had in
over
probably
20 years.
Yeah,
probably 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
So you saw Michael Irvin, who he needs to calm the fuck down, dog. You're a grown up. You can't be acting like that on TV.
He more than a grown up, bro.
Me so weak.
But I gotta give kudos to them because I just couldn't believe it. Like I can't believe that on this podcast and now going into year 6, I've already have to apologize to another team finally getting over the hump of winning a big game. And again, Mario Cristobal has not won the ACC yet, but then he just beat Ohio State as a 9-point dog outright with a 10-point win. I just couldn't believe it. I really couldn't believe what I was watching. Like the defense, sure, I already knew about the defense. I talked about it. You can even clip it last time we talked. I said, "Oh, the defense is nice." I actually like some of the people on the defense. I didn't think we'd lose a game to if it came down to Carson Beck messing the game up. I was like, "Oh, it's bound to happen." He did not mess the game up. It was Julian Sane who threw that pick. Anyone who plays the NCAA video game, you knew that was a pick. As soon as he let go of that ball, you knew it was getting housed.
Shout out to my Miami guy. That was a great fucking play. That
was
a great play. That was That was an RPO. The fucking run got fucking blew up, and that ball got to come out quick. And he knew the Miami guy knew it was coming.
So
Jumped the fuck out of that route.
So just apologize to Miami. They won that game. I was shocked. Now on the other hand, Justin, I mean Byron talked about the offensive line and then you just talked about the end of the defensive line. That last drive was terrible. Like I don't know if you guys looked at it, the 10-play 70-yard one that really just ended the game. Look at what Miami did. And this is just bullying. 19-yard run, 4-yard run, 3-yard run, 5-yard pass, 13-yard run, 1-yard run, 5-yard run, 13-yard pass, 2-yard run. They basically ran that whole thing down the field and it was game over. They didn't even really have to score for real if they didn't want to. That's getting
that was bully ball right there.
And then the question I want to ask for y'all is that the people down, obviously, in Columbus thought this OSU offense had like a second gear or whatnot. Do you felt like they played way too slow for a team down 14-0? They only had one possession in the third quarter. And the one possession that really mattered in the fourth. And then the punt, they went 7 plays, 6 yards, 420. They punted and the game was over. But do you feel like they weren't speeding the game up or...
I agree with that because that first touchdown drive we had in the third quarter was 6 minutes and 44 seconds. Then that second touchdown drive was 4 minutes and 33 seconds. So we were definitely playing slower than we needed to be because at the start of the third quarter, we're down 14-0. So I think if we had maybe sped up the game a little bit more, it could have helped, but we didn't really have a sense of urgency that I would have liked us to have being down all game.
I don't think they necessarily played too slow. They had enough possessions to win the game in the second half. That first drive out of the second half, Ohio State was actually able to get a run game going there. So I ain't gonna fault that. And then they scored 4 minutes in the drive in the fourth quarter. Punt. They just needed to do something when it was down 3. Like that drive that they punted down 3, that was the opportunity. That was the opportunity that they needed, and it could have been drive could have been as long as they needed to. Like they didn't have to rush. They just needed to execute there, and then they couldn't. They ended up punting, and then they couldn't get off the field, and then Miami goes up by 10. So I don't necessarily think they were playing too slow offensively.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Like in this type of at least from how the first half played, being down 14, you gotta make sure you're calling the right plays and moving the ball to make sure you're going to score. And honestly, I don't think it was more or less of a choice of let's be slow out here, but let's be deliberate in our decisions. Let's make sure we're executing the plays the best way we can. And also, I think a lot of it is still gaming Miami's defense because let's be real, the first half they completely dominated the offensive line. And so, Miami's still trying to figure out how can we get back to doing what we were just doing, executing our game plan. And you're still gaming. You're still saying, hey, they're probably going to change up some of their looks. They're going to try and change up some of their stunts. They're going to try and change up some of their movements. Let's make sure we're keeping our head on the swivel and make sure we're watching for those key movements, key calls, so that way we don't get stuck again. And, I mean, it just didn't fall our way. So, offensive line, again, I completely agree. That last drive when we punted, that was the shot. That was the shot back into the game, man. Kudos to Miami on shutting the door on us because that's what you do. You get us 3 and out, make a punt, and then hey, we don't got no urgency. We're already up. Let's just run this clock, and then cap off the drive with either a field goal or a score. So
And on the other flip side, after when we lost the game, and I realized that we really just lost to Miami, and I was really just sitting there thinking now the whole season. And the other question is, was this offense really what we thought it was the whole year in the games that it actually as talent equated? Because Texas 14, Indiana 13, this game 14. So the three teams where they're recruiting, well, not even Indiana, they're just coached better, I would say. The same type of talent in big games, they did not score for real. Like the whole season flashed before, I was like, oh man. Like all these big games that we were scoring points were against trash teams. Like the line has all now when you finally had some people on the defensive ends who actually know how to play the game, who are actually talented, it's an issue. So was the line really this bad this whole time? We just put it under the rug because we were playing trash, and then when it mattered, it finally got exposed in front of everybody.
You have a point. Now that I'm thinking about it. Because that offensive line, outside of the Texas game, because I don't remember our offensive line being that bad in the Texas game, but we were definitely struggling against Indiana and the Hurricanes, our offensive line. So if a team gets pressure on Julian Sane, this is his first year as a starter, so hopefully in the offseason he can correct those mistakes of like making plays while under pressure.
Shit got too sweet at the end too. It's like, I forgot. He was like, I don't think he got the completion percentage record or whatever, but close to it. But and then all of a sudden, when the game started mattering, the picks started coming through.
Yeah, because he started throwing picks like left and right again. Start of Michigan.
Three straight games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, two of them were on the first possession.
Mm-hmm. And this pick in this game was on our second possession.
I definitely think the offense obviously wasn't as good as we thought it was. Ohio State really wasn't tested in between. They weren't really tested during the regular season. Nope. We were thinking that they're playing dog shit. They just ain't showing it all. They're just doing what they need to do to get the win. And no, that's just how they had to play offense. That's how they had to play offense. It wasn't a high flying type of thing, and I believe they knew that. I believe they knew the offensive line wasn't going to hold up against the better fronts that they had to play. So they had to do something different. They had to run the ball more, get the ball out faster, and they couldn't really take advantage of some of the talent that they had on the outside. And I think they knew some of the limitations of the offensive line and probably specifically the quarterback.
Yeah, because that's why you play the games, right? You play because if we just said, "Oh, who's the betting favorite?" and give them time, Ohio. That's what I was telling when I was talking about Justin. Like plus 135 is absurd. Like they were plus 135 to win the title. Everyone else you're going to plus 500 and higher. So like they were the overwhelming favorite to repeat, and then to lose like this in this way by double digits is like
and a lot of that is last year. How they performed last year in the playoff, how they lost to Michigan and then went on a run, beating everyone's ass up until the national title and going into the season. You go undefeated throughout the season. People, the gamblers and shit, they're placing bets based off a cumulative of all that.
But now, from listening to some Ohio State people, they're talking about like last year, like, man, Justin, this was probably, for people who don't know, Justin, this was probably one of your best quotes you ever had back in the way days when you were playing football and you went to a camp. And when I forget which player said it, they felt like last year, the only reason we won now last year's seniors really went in there and said they're tired of fucking losing.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
Now we're talking about like this. That was not who we really are. Like the seniors went in, all of them boys. Why am I blanking on his name?
You know, Emeka Ibuka.
Yep, Ibuka. Why am I blanking on the fucking linebackers?
Jack Sawyer.
Jack Sawyer.
Jack Sawyer.
Thank you.
All those boys.
Yeah, they said we're tired of fucking losing. Like, and that propelled them to win the title. Those boys are all gone. And then this looked like the typical Ryan Day postseason type exit.
Well, yeah, we could compare. We could compare last year's team and this year's team. Last year's team, you know, there was a bunch of seniors. They went and got Will Howard from Kansas State. That was a Big 12 champion. Fifth-year senior. Like, they were old. They've been through pain. Like, you already know. They lost to Michigan all those times. They lose to Michigan and hear all these niggas talking about fire their coach. They got mad. So, yeah, you know, that definitely had something to do with it. They're definitely, I feel, a little bit more motivated to get it done as opposed to this team. And then, you know, some of the players on the team that are still here from last year, they already won their national titles. So, you know, young. Like,
and they're young.
Yeah. With all championship teams, they can be a hangover sometimes.
Yeah, because that senior class has really been there. They were getting their asses whipped by Michigan. They had to watch Michigan go undefeated and win the title on their heads. They won the Big Ten on their head multiple times. Obviously, won the national title. Like you already said, we already know what the Columbus scene was like that game after it was over. And they really just sat there and they talked about it. There's been a book, like Sawyer talked about it. How they went in that locker room and told Ryan Day, like, hey, another quote for Byron for you for like what Bobby Lashley said to MVP at a Raw a long time ago. The bullshit got to stop, dog.
The bullshit
tired of this
stop.
shit. We're tired of this. So this group, like Justin, you said, most of them they don't know pain.
Yeah.
They haven't lost. They didn't lose a game until they lost to Indiana.
Yeah.
And then you have all those weeks to fucking stew over it. Indiana was doing goddamn live scrimmages with fans there and shit. I don't know what Ohio State did in those 3 goddamn weeks after that Indiana game, but yeah, you're right. That team last year, they went through it. COVID. They went through COVID and shit. They lost to Michigan. They, you know, lost in the playoffs to Alabama, got their asses handed to them by Alabama. Yeah, they built up some scars. They built some scars and they made a run. And this team, you know, championship hangover, some of the guys still there. Jeremiah Smith winning the Natty as a freshman. And he showed up. Sam was able to get him the ball, but
well, it looked like the bad thing with the offense. It looked like if we couldn't get to 4, we couldn't do a thing until the run game opened up that drive. But 4 was. I was like, "Where's Cardell? Where's Brandon Ennis? Like, where are these guys?"
I don't think now. I don't think Julian Sayed had time necessarily to, you know, do full scans of field. Like I'm assuming Jeremiah Smith most of the time is the first read on that. And if he ain't open, then there's probably a guy about to sack you at that point. And then got to the point after that first half, they were getting to him so much he probably, you know, seeing the ghost too, and, you know, speeding himself up unnecessarily, which it just flattens. So you just gotta hope that the O-line's better next year. Sayin matures as a quarterback, because, you know, when he's playing trash cans, he looks amazing. He looks amazing, but when he has to rush in his face, when he's under pressure, he kind of folds under it. I don't know if it's going to be a quarterback competition with St. Clair, who's going to be a true sophomore, but yeah, the offensive line and the quarterback were really the Achilles heels of the team. And then if you ask Milan, he'll say the running backs too. But
the running backs. I don't want to say. I mean, it's
block better. Block better. They'll make some shit happen. Just block better.
Yeah, it's hard because look at the portal. Like you just said, Justin, we went and got Will Howard in the portal last year. Look who else we got in the portal last year on the running back side. Quinton Junkin. I mean,
that was just unnecessary. I'll say
he pushed it over and over. Yeah, him and Travion, they pushed it
That's two NFL running backs. Traylon Henderson about to be hosting a playoff game on Saturday.
So they're obviously a lot better than at the moment at the current running backs we have now. It's something, man. Because like when you really start thinking about it, you're just like, damn.
Ohio State lost a lot of NFL talent too.
Mm-hmm.
They did.
A lot of NFL talent. A lot of those guys went to the league too. So reloading that. It's tough to go back to back.
Oh yeah, and that's the thing too with the fans.
Tough to go back to back.
With the people are like, oh, Ohio State lost 13-10 to Michigan last time, and we know what happens. They went on the run. That run, those runs are not guaranteed. Like that's why I was kind of getting mad at some fans. Like when they're like, oh, who cares if we lost the Big Ten championship because we'll just go to run and win the national title. Now you didn't win the Big Ten championship and you lost in the first round. Now you're looking 10-2 is a failure of a season.
It's not a failure.
To Ohio, Justin, to Ryan Day's own words, it's a failure.
Oh, if he's saying it, then fine, but I wouldn't necessarily call it failure of the season.
No Big Ten title and no playoff win. That's a failure, dog.
Yeah.
Ryan Day's three things. I mean,
you beat Michigan. I mean, you beat Michigan.
But that's one of his. This is him. I'm not.
Yeah.
Win the rivalry game. Win the conference title. Win the national championship. 3 goals.
Like I feel like that's grandstanding in some sense, though, because let's be real here. We haven't been into the Big Ten championship for what 3-4 years.
Oh, and
so never had a shot. Well, that's the thing. Like
from losing to Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, I'm saying, but like last year was the exception to the last 5-6 years where it was no national championship and no Big Ten championship. So are you telling me that if Ryan, I'll say this, Ryan, I understand you want to take humility, take accountability for like how the decisions are made, but are you telling me then that essentially since the last time Ohio State won a natty, that the last 10 or so seasons have all just been failures?
From his words. I'm just saying from his.
Well, I know, but like I feel like that's an in the moment type of thing for him.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's his like, hey, we expect excellence, because that's always been kind of his thing after like the end of the season, when the season's done and we either crap out in the playoffs or the times we don't make the playoffs. It's like, yeah, I mean, like naturally, it's no surprise. Ohio State, the program, the expectations are always big. We need to win. We have that expectation. We follow that expectation. We want to meet that expectation. We plan to meet that expectation every year, and this year was just not what it was supposed to be. That's why I feel like that's how I interpret it's a failure. We didn't win the Big Ten championship and didn't win a national championship, because it's like, you only won a national championship one time, and then 10 years ago, that's the last time, and you haven't really won shit else. So,
I mean, me personally, I didn't want to apologize to Trash Can Miami. So
yeah, but see, look, and that's the thing. You're a man of your word, and listen, I'm certain that the Miami faithful who make check this out, they appreciate you. Just like Georgia, you didn't want to apologize to Georgia.
No, I didn't.
And then look, eventually, not saying this, I pray to God it doesn't happen. For your sake, I pray that it doesn't happen with Miami, that they somehow go on a championship run here. Because after you apologize to Georgia, Georgia came back again and said, "Hey, man, it wasn't a fluke. We can do this shit." Like,
oh no, I'll take that to the bank. Miami ain't winning back to back if they win. No, hell no. No. Oh, no. No.
Sure about that?
100%. Oh, no. But hell no. That might be the very first podcast I miss ever. Like, that's how bad it would be. I would be so furious.
You couldn't show your face, bro. You were talking some fake shit. Boy.
I hate them. They are.
I don't know why you hate them necessarily. Like, God,
because of the quarterback and the coach, the two most important.
It's just Timmy from South Park living it up in Miami. God damn.
Oh, but then hey, maybe I'll grow to like him, because obviously I like Kirby Smart now. So after he talks that good stuff, now I'm like, you know what?
I don't think you're going to end up liking Carson back. But
no chance. But it's. But no, I at least would have wanted to. In all seriousness, I at least wanted to win a round in the playoffs, because I was going to pick us to lose to Georgia anyway, and obviously Georgia lost. So
yeah.
I mean, this is an excuse, but I also think that after 2 seasons of it now, that layoff's is something.
Yep,
Yeah,
they are
it's
1-7.
crazy.
It's
And who's the
definitely
one-
something.
Who's the one team who's won?
Well,
Indiana.
Hey,
And
they might be the team of destiny right now, but that shit's something, man. 3 weeks off in between the championship games and your first playoff game. It's a long ass time.
You're great. And then when you talk about the team last year experiencing pain, we knew what it was like going to that Tennessee game. We knew that. We knew the tenses. Everyone knew if this shit goes south, Ryan Day can't even leave the. He can't even. Don't even do the press conference.
That game at home, yeah.
Every fan was walking on eggshells for sure. The players and the coaches couldn't be because they locked in and got it done, but they would have felt the pressure if they lost that game to Tennessee.
So, but you're right, man. The fact that this layoff, everyone just keeps losing. Now it's 2 years of it. It's like,
yeah, it's
dog. Do you even want? Obviously, do you even want it?
Exactly. Do you want to win your fucking? Do you want? Well, that's what leads to because most of the time you won't get the bye. You win your conference. Do you really want to win your conference and get the bye and potentially come out flat and get embarrassed in the quarterfinal?
Well, Justin, you said what they have to do. They got to do the Cincinnati. You got to be having live scrimmages, dog. Like you said, he was having live scrimmages leading up to this shit. And that's after he won. He beat Ohio State.
Well, yeah. You gotta keep them sharp, man. You know, it's after the holidays and shit too. You know, they go home and shit. Hey, once I clocked out of work for my little vacation, I didn't do shit but play Madden pretty much all goddamn day. Like, bro, I wasn't doing shit. Like,
you're right.
I'm a grown ass fucking man. Imagine some college kids. Like,
you're right, dog. You're right. Man, I just speaking of, since we talked about they were the one. Damn, roll Tide, baby.
Woo!
Roll Tide.
Oh my god!
I mean, I knew I picked Indiana anyway, but
I thought Indiana was going to win. I thought Alabama was going to show up. I didn't think they were going to get rolled.
Right. Did you see the look in Indiana's eyes, bro? They were playing 0 games.
I didn't think they were going to roll. I didn't think they were going to roll them like that, man.
All hail Kurt Signetti. That man became a meme during that game. That face he made with the fake punt, all that shit.
Yes, the disgust in his eyes.
That man became a viral sensation in that moment.
That was hilarious.
They got destroyed. And then I sat there laughing again. I was like, a team that had -3 rushing yards in the SEC championship game. What the fuck do y'all expect?
Right.
Let's not sugarcoat them. I mean, Alabama was ass this year in their standards.
They were.
Just because they beat Oklahoma, fraudulent ass Oklahoma, we thought it was just gonna be okay.
Hey man, you know they was talking that good smack of.
Oh yes, they were.
The only team that Indiana's had to play is Ohio State, and then Ohio State lost to Miami, so then they're like probably still talking more shit. Shoot, is Indiana possibly fraudulent because they beat a fraudulent or exposed Ohio State? There's no way they can hang with the toughness of the SEC. And then they got their ass blown out. So,
let's calm down. They were 7.5-point favorites now.
But who took them? But who actually took that, Justin? Be honest. Everyone was taking Bama to win that game.
Yeah, I took Bama to cover. I'm not gonna lie, but move to
those little experts were like, "Oh, this bright lights are too much for Indiana." Remember last year when they were in the bright?
Hey, 7.5 is a lot of points. I thought the niggas was going to cover. I didn't think they were going to get their asses beat.
Woo.
Hey, people were picking them to win. They're like,
these niggas beat Georgia at Georgia earlier this season. Like, Alabama can show up now.
And then what happened when Georgia got the rematch when it actually really, really mattered?
Yeah, they beat the dog shit out.
We're talking about the same, which was the short of the year for the L7C podcast. We're talking about the same team that got the ass beat by Florida State in week 1.
I thought with Alabama playing in the first round, they would have been up for the challenge to at least keep it close.
I mean,
but no,
they got
Indiana said, "Fuck that shit."
We are who they thought they were, as they would say. We saw that was the real Alabama now, because we talked about those last couple games before that Georgia game. We're like, why are they even in the fucking playoff?
I definitely didn't think they were going to get in the playoffs. I was on record saying that.
Yes,
I pretty much guaranteed they weren't going to get it.
You promised these people.
You did promise.
You
You said
promised
there's
these
no
people.
chance.
The committee made me look fucking stupid there, so I guess I should be more happy about this. But I'm honestly indifferent. Like, I'm just mad Alabama didn't make that shit competitive, man. Wasting my fucking time watching.
And Indiana pulled they could have scored 50. They pulled the break. They stopped.
Yeah, they
Should have scored 50.
Alabama gave up, bro. They were down, what was it, the 31-0? And DeBoer's like, oh, I don't want to get blanked, so we're not going to go for it on fourth down. We're going to take the easy field goal. Come on, dog. Come on.
They weren't going to come back.
But that's giving up. You at least got to try and get that touchdown. Show some fucking heart. You just didn't want to get blanked.
How close were they?
It was like at the, hold on. Because I know they were in the red zone.
Wait, I'll pull it up. I got it.
Okay. Yeah, that was a 9-play, 65-yard drive. 28-yard field goal.
Yeah, so they were.
Yeah, they gave up. They were bitches.
Oh, yeah.
Let's
Fourth and goal at the 10.
Yeah, dog. And they didn't want to get blanked. They were afraid. And the whole world saw it on the road. Mendoza, bro, let me tell you. Mendoza had 2 incompletions. He had more touchdown passes than incompletions.
He was balling.
That
man was balling. He was reminding y'all too. He was like, hey, I won that shit. That's mine.
Running around and shit. You look good.
The run game, Alabama's run game, ass. Like, it's just... you can't make this shit up. And I was sitting there like, damn. For all those people in the South who were like, oh, we never watched Indiana play, like you said, besides that one game, Ohio State, they quiet now.
They got dotted up, ran over.
Yeah.
All, as I said, all phases of the game.
I'm just saying, there's those same people who said, man, see, this is the hypocrisy. It's some same people who's like, man, we can't have these mid-majors in because, you know, they're going to get their ass beat by these Power 4 teams. Last time I checked Texas Tech, James Madison scored 34 points against Oregon. You scored 0.
Oh, that is true.
I'm just saying, all you shit-talking teams out there.
Was Texas Tech talking shit?
They're Power 4. They're part
why
of the
why they catch a stray for that? Why did they catch a fucking stray? that was so unnecessary. And speaking of Texas Tech, if their offense did fucking anything, it would have been a lot closer. They did fucking nothing. The quarterback ain't do a goddamn thing. Oh my god, Texas Tech could have done it.
That's all he did.
Texas, like if their offense did anything, that game would have been a lot closer than what it ended up being.
No, just being.
They did nothing. They couldn't do shit. It was crazy.
No, then you're
Wasn't there 6 turnovers in that game?
On
Texas Tech side.
I think Oregon turned it over too.
Bro, they couldn't do a fucking thing. It was embarrassing.
4, okay, thank you.
Yeah, they got blanked. I was like, come on, dog. But whatever to them. But that was a game I didn't know. That was the one I kept going back and forth on. Because I thought that was going to be the most competitive one of these ones.
And then Ole Miss and Georgia.
Ole Miss.
Man,
shout out to Ole Miss, man. They went and took that game. They won it. Like, they are really striving off this. Our coach left us, so we're about to do this shit. And LSU's fitting the bull for Lane Kiffin, fitting the bill.
Trinidad Chambliss, baby.
He played himself a game.
He was unbelievable.
30 for 46, 362 yards, 2 touchdowns.
It was real. It was really like the first game. Honestly, Georgia just couldn't pull their bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it came down to. Georgia couldn't get the dub. Couldn't find a way to win at the end of the game like they typically do. That's the only thing that happened. But it was the first game, word for word, bar for bar. Like, no defense was played for real. Like,
you got their kicker in the first quarter, Lucas, making 55 yards, a 56-yard. And
man, can you come play for us?
Having the 47-yard. Like, they were going back and forth. Like, that was the best game of that round. And again, like, Ole Miss 13-1. They have a chance. They can play against Miami, a chance to go to the national title. Now everyone's magically. I don't know. We're gonna see. And then obviously Indiana's playing a Morgan, so it's gonna be the third straight year a Big Ten team is guaranteed to be in the national title. Man, Justin, you're a resident SEC man. What's going on? Y'all ass now.
First of all, do not say y'all. It's not me, but hey man, the landscape has changed. It is changed. It's coming down to if you have money. If you have money, you can buy the best players now. Because it's not as Coach Ed said, it's coming through the front door, not the back door no more. So everyone can get paid. Whose donors got the most money? Who's willing to do it? Texas Tech already out here getting allegedly the best quarterback in transfer quarter. Brendan Scooby. I don't think he's that fucking good because I've seen them play. I watch UC. I don't know about that. They getting the best D lineman transfer portal. They got money. They got money. It's just the landscape of that is changing. It's changing. And then Bruce Feldman wrote an article just about like the differences. Like he was at Arkansas and couldn't make any waves in the SEC, and then he came and then he went to Illinois once like all these changes started happening, and they beaten two SEC teams since he's been there in bowl games. So yeah, the tides are just shifting a little bit.
It's you're right, but it's glad to just see them shut up because we just can win any game, put us against anybody. I mean, that's like you said, NIL changed a lot. Saban saw it coming, hence why he left. Because, like you said, why would you now? Saban had first round picks who didn't even start. You can't even have that anymore.
That's honestly the main reason. You can't stack.
Yeah,
you can't stack. You can't stack NFL guys on top of NFL guys because with the transfer portal, these niggas is going to leave and go play. They're going to leave and go play. So the talent is more dispersed. They have more opportunities to go different places, and you see that spreading out. They can leave with no repercussions. They don't have to sit out, and that's spreading the talent out more. The Georgias and Alabamas of the world, they can't sit. Even Ohio State, they can't sit on draft class recruiting class of 5-stars because if that 5-star ain't playing and they can leave and get playing time, or you got the star who did well for you and wants more money and leaves, like it's just a whole different landscape. And the Big Ten, the other conferences have been able to adjust to it, and it seems like the SEC is lagging behind it.
Byron, Cedric, any other thoughts on that?
No, I agree with what Justin said. The transfer portal, I think I saw a tweet where there were 4,000 college students in the transfer portal, which is insane.
It was like 1/3 of all the FBS players in the transfer portal,
and most will not get picked up too. Most will not get switched up. The only thing I got with the transfer, I mean, that's a whole other time for another day. They got to regulate some of the shit because the thing that killed me, dog, was Jelani Thurman. How did you have a publicist ready when Ohio State lost saying, "Yeah, I'm entering the transfer portal"? 2 minutes after the game.
That's so wild.
That boy told his agent, "Whenever we lose, put the word out, I'm leaving."
Because he was our starting tight end last year, and then we got the transfer from Purdue, so he took his spot. So he wasn't really getting any shine. So he decided to leave. James People, which I thought he was going to be our starter, ended up getting outplayed by Bo Jackson. So he decided to leave. I think I saw one of our wide receivers.
Miles Grant.
He just transferred. Quincy Porter, freshman wide receiver who didn't see any field, decided to transfer. So yeah, if they're not playing, they're finding somewhere else to play.
Also, before we also continue, Greg Sankey, you thought your team how many teams did you think the SEC deserved in? What was it? 5 to 7?
7.
Trash. Just had to make sure I said that. It was a back-ass conference.
4-9 in bowl games.
Ass! And most of those shouldn't even count because some of those are SEC on SEC crime. Like, it's bullshit they count the Alabama beating Oklahoma. Bro, what? That should be a wash. Y'all both in the SEC.
I mean,
Well, did they count
they're going to do it for Indiana and Oregon.
Yeah, but I don't care. We're Big Ten time for it. I'm past. There ain't no one else catching up. But yeah, Cedric.
But still, though, it's the same thing. Like, it's literally the same thing.
Oh, I'm not going to say when that happens. I'm like, hey, it's.
I know you're doing a narrative. You're creating a narrative, but like, that's not the criticism.
No, that's not. I mean, I'm not going to count that. Now, if they win, now it's the national title. If the Big Ten wins that, then it's like, hey, we're the national title. But no, because obviously, the only SC Alabama beating Oklahoma, Ole Miss beating Tulane. That's Texas beating Michigan, and Ole Miss beating Georgia. Those are the only SEC wins.
They really only won 2 bowl games. You don't count the ones against the SEC.
Yep.
If you don't count the playoff game.
Yeah, so Texas beating Michigan, and then where the fuck was it else?
Ole Miss beating Tulane.
Yep, Ole Miss beating Tulane. That's it.
Shout out to Iowa. They beat up on it.
Tennessee's ass, dog. They don't beat any winning teams.
You ain't gonna hear me slander Tennessee, but you already know how I feel about Iowa. I was on top of that, boy.
No, Justin, Iowa beat Vandy and Illinois beat Tennessee.
Yes.
Oh, it was Vanderbilt. Same difference.
Yeah.
I already knew Diego.
And Iowa was giving it.
Was about to do shit about shit. He ain't gonna do shit against Iowa.
Yeah, fuck the voters. Can't even beat them. That trash ass. Let's see.
I mean, you going them trash now? Chill.
Bro, he was talking.
Oh.
You were high on this man.
Yeah,
I was until he started not being humble. I was like, come on, dog. Like, let's be honest now. You're either going to be a 5th round pick or you're going to be selling fucking State Farm insurance. Let's calm down.
Oh my god.
Hold on. Is he going to graduate from Vanderbilt?
I don't know.
Bro,
so he's going to require his
my thing is like y'all make it sound like he had a bad game. This man threw for 347 and 2 tutties and ran for 1. He ran for like this man was the Vanderbilt offense. They just lost because they suck at defense.
Hey, they said they should have been in the playoffs, and Iowa was a mid-tier Big Ten team. I'm just saying.
He has almost all their points.
If Iowa was a little better, they would be a fucking playoff team.
They don't spend money.
They were in the Big Ten Championship, the year Michigan won?
Which year Michigan won? They won.
They won the national title.
They only won 1 national title.
Well, no, he said when the Michigan won. I thought like when they won like the Big Ten. I was like, bro, they won like.
No, I was talking about when they won the national title.
Oh yeah, they were.
They beat Iowa to go to the playoffs.
But I'm just saying, like, everyone else.
Iowa played out of their mind. They had a fucking tight end, 7 for 7, 146 receiving yards.
I was saying, all the teams that are like better than Iowa that they played, they lost all those games. Those games are like really close. If Iowa's just a little better, like playoff team, winning brand of football.
So let's just look ahead real quick for like Ohio State. Like I was telling Byron, I was like, I don't know if you looked at next year's schedule. Next year's schedule is kind of crazy.
Next year's schedule is kind of it is at Texas, September 12th. At Indiana, at Iowa,
at Nebraska.
At Nebraska, yeah, three road games back to back, in a 3 week span.
They haven't decided it yet. I don't think.
No, they're still to be announced, but
yeah.
So you have like the at Indiana, at Iowa, at Nebraska. You have an Oregon game, and you're at USC.
Yeah,
all in 1 year, and obviously at Texas.
Yeah,
that's going to be one of the more in theory, obviously people can get hurt and all that. That's going to be one of the more competitive regular season schedules we've played in a while.
Yeah.
Also, all the hardest games except Michigan and Oregon are on the road.
Mm-hmm.
Texas, Indiana, they keep getting fucking good transfers. Iowa, I'm not gonna lie. Nebraska. But you gotta go there.
It's a matter of like just 3
Nebraska
on
will
the
not be
road,
good.
man.
Oh shit! And then who knows what Lincoln Riley's team will be? They always win recruiting stuff, but we know how I feel about them too.
He got a nice. You know they're gonna have some receivers to throw to.
Well,
He is good for that.
Yeah, that is true. Hopefully,
Won't win,
defense is.
He won't win, or he won't bring a defense with him. But he's gonna have a quarterback that can throw that bitch to some hard receivers.
That's true.
That is what Lincoln Riley is good for.
Yeah, so again, like we said earlier, I think the transfer portal recruits it's imperative because, I mean, realistically, you could see them potentially losing 3 games in the regular season.
Depends on what Texas does. Indiana.
Yeah, Oregon.
Iowa.
I mean,
I remember
the Texas team that we played.
I don't know.
The Texas team we played this year, that was obviously his freshman thing. We lost by 7. Obviously, we talk about someone who balled. He had his real coming out party against Michigan. So
I thought you were going to still be in hair mode. I don't think Arch is going to be as shitty as he was in that game.
Well, the fact that he's returning
next year.
No, the fact that he's returning and he had that game against Michigan, I'm like, all right, well, and that's going to be over there too. So
yeah,
that's going to be a tough.
So I just think if they lose to at Texas, at Indiana, and I'm not going to say they are, but I'm just saying if they did, Texas, Indiana, Oregon, that's 3 L's.
Well, if realistically, they have to win. They'll have to win every other game, but they could go 2-2 in the against Indiana, Iowa, Oregon, USC. If they split those games and win every other game.
Yeah, 3 is dice because then you're losing tiebreakers to the
3.
Yeah,
you don't want to lose.
You gotta hope you got the Alabama clout.
I don't think Ohio State has an Alabama clout dog.
I think they do, but if Fox had the rights, best believe 3 losses, Ohio State getting in that bitch.
Perfect segue, Justin, because Joe Klatt talked about how ESPN owns the rights for college football, and now it's not the best for the sport because one person owns it all. Do you think they should divvy it up like the NFL playoffs? Like you have a game on CBS, you have a game on.
I mean, Joe Klatt's not wrong. I mean, I really don't give a shit about it, honestly, but it's kind of weird that ESPN has all the damn games. All of them. Like that is something because the Ohio State Miami game, I don't know who the fuck was calling that game. That was a D-tier crew. Like I was like, this ain't Chris Fowler. This ain't Kurt Herbstreit. Like this was not. It was like their 4th broadcasting crew. Like I had no idea who was calling the game. So yeah, it means a little bit of thing, but like at the end of the day, like it really don't fucking matter. Like I watch them regardless, wherever channel it's on. So it's what it is. But it's a little weird that one network owns an entire playoff system.
Yep. Ooh, Cedric?
No, I mean, like, as a person who watched the game, I appreciate not having to switch channel. Laziness and that, like I had that shit on all day while I was doing shit around the place, like doing dishes, checking in on the game, cleaning the bathroom, checking in on the game. Shit, for the first time in a long time, this whole Spectrum thing was like, "Hey, are you still there? You haven't pressed any buttons or changed anything. We're gonna turn off this TV if you don't hit this okay." Like,
and none of the games are at the same time. They all have their own time slot. Well, they're all standalone.
Because I mean, that was gonna be my one thing, just like because if you do it to different networks, then I mean, I would imagine they wouldn't want to run up against each other in the games. Like you want as many viewers as you can. It's the playoffs. This is what it is.
Yeah, the NFL, they're all standalone spots too, so that really don't mean anything.
So that's the thing. It's like you're gonna be flipping through channels. Like, okay, this game was on ABC. This game's gonna be on CBS. I don't know. I think it isn't necessarily they have the entire, but like all the rounds are on ESPN. Like they could have gave like first round, we're going to split it between ESPN and so-and-so. Second round, ESPN and this. And then, like, once we get to the semis, if ESPN want to be like, hey, we got the rest of ourselves, I mean, that makes a little sense to me. But
It's very monopolistic. I feel like it's probably a better deal for the playoff committee. Actually, it's probably the best deal for ESPN, honestly, because they get all the ad revenue from it. But
Justin, be real. Say who it is. Disney.
Oh yeah, Disney. I forgot.
Mouse.
Disney.
The mouse.
But
the mouse always comes out on top.
It's very monopolistic. Like it's very monopolistic. Like they should be spreading that pie around through the networks, but that's not how this shit works either. But yeah, I don't know how Disney. Sorry, I don't know how Disney was able to pull that off, having the entire rights to the entire playoff. That's a little crazy.
Byron, anything you want to say?
I think Justin and Cedric covered it.
The only thing I wanted to add is, this is the main selling point for their app, because that's the main. You could have the play, like if all the bowl games, you can just click on the ESPN app and you can just do the little multi-view they have on that for Disney sporting events, and there you are. I mean,
I guess you could gatekeep and make people do it. I feel like this is one they got to find something else to test that, because you want maximum viewership. They're gonna throw something else on that app, a different sport that they can monopolize, test it out. They can test it for them would probably be wrestling, because those conference championship tournaments are something to behold, and the national championship tournaments are something that they have a specific following. Those people will definitely pay money to watch that shit on the app.
Because the quarterfinals, I mean, their shit went up percentage-wise. I mean, 23 million watched the Rose Bowl, 19 million watched OSU's game, and that was a New Year's Eve night. And then 18.7 watched the Georgia game, and the lowest one was 15.9, and that was the noon game of New Year's Day, and that was Oregon and Texas Tech. So people are watching. That's a lot of fucking people. They're all up from that type. And then also too, just a reminder, each team gets $4 million for making the playoffs. So obviously that goes back to the conferences and all that. So when these people are volleying for their teams to get in the playoffs, it's not because they're good. They just want the money. Because I'm just saying,
fact.
Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
It's because they want the money. Like the money is powerful. Like, and then also that's why they also, again, even though that's why they also bitch at Notre Dame, because when Notre Dame gets it, they don't got to share the money with no fucking body.
Sure.
In their hand.
Mm-hmm.
Man, ain't it crazy that, well, besides now Kirby gone, but all four of these coaches all underneath the Nick Saban tree?
Sure.
That's wild.
Hey, man can produce some head coaches.
So. Every QB is a transfer.
Yeah, that's another one. Yeah. Yeah.
New world.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And then also, like, even though this doesn't matter now because it's the playoff era, but it's an interesting stat that this is the first time OSU's lost 2 games in 5 consecutive seasons since 1988 to 1992. Wild stat. It's the playoff era. All right. Semifinal games. Ole Miss, Miami. Justin, who you got?
I think I'm going to go with Miami here. Ole Miss don't play no fucking defense. Like, Ole Miss don't play defense.
I like it. Cedric?
I'm going to go with the U. I saw a lot of things that I liked from their defensive line. I knew Ruben Bain was going to be Foster and annoying. So I want to see what they do with Trinidad. Because I will butcher his last name trying to pronounce it. With Trinidad. Chambliss?
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Thank you, Byron. I want to see what they handle, if they can contain it. Because that man, that man was out there moving. Like, he willed that Georgia upset there. Like, he willed that.
Bade
good
and
times.
Messidor gonna be on his ass.
That's what I'm saying. Like, that's
Keith
what
Messidor, he hard too. Number 3. Don't forget about him.
Hey, I think Justin Scott's going to show up too, number 5.
Hey,
Like,
hard.
I say 3, 4, and 5. They go. I just don't. I don't know. I think if the games that I've seen Ole Miss, if Chambliss isn't able to complete those passes, then it's kind of that offense kind of crumbles a little bit. And I think that front four for Miami will also do some things about Lacey, who is kind of the starter up of the offense. Like they start that run game and then they spread it out. So I'm going with the U.
Byron, and the U is the current favorite right now.
3 points. 3-point favorites. Oh, they're they open at 3. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong. They open at 3, now they're 3.5. I'm going Ole Miss. I like the way they played against Georgia. So they both have good momentum, beating great playoff teams. But I'm going Ole Miss for the upset.
Omar, we know who you're picking. Because you're going to sit here and say, like, man, listen, man, I want to be able to talk shit next time. So I need Ole Miss to win so I can say, see, Miami still acts.
We really want those Confederates the national title. Come on now. They're the fucking rebels.
I know they're the rebels.
Still. That leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Even though it's all niggas on that team. But they are the rebels. It is 2026. And they're reminding motherfuckers about the goddamn Civil War. Oh, hell no. Miami gonna have a home game in May. We're just gonna deal with it. They gotta win for the culture. I'm sorry.
I can't even follow up. I'm really gonna go to Oregon and India. I can't even follow up. I'll go first.
Well, we know you're picking Ole Miss, so it's fine.
Anywho, this is actually gonna be crazy because I think Oregon's gonna win. I think Indiana still needs one more year of pain before they do it.
Oh!
Yeah.
Well, I was going to pick Oregon as well because Dan Lanning, you're next, and you get a lot of respect, but you get to these rounds, you don't be winning. Like you need your national title so we can keep glazing you as one of the best coaches out here.
Also, the sport needs the coaching community needs Indiana to lose. Because if Kirsten Kennedy wins the title in 2 years in Indiana, no coach will get a year. New coach will ever get a year.
Yeah, like Dan Lanning needs to do something. Like
we talked about the leash now. Let Kurt win a title in 2 years in Indiana, the losingest program in history.
Yeah.
James Franklin loses 4 games. He might be out of VTech by then. We might be talking about that shit in September. The way these coaches are going to get fired if Kurt wins.
And you got to think about, I heard someone else say this, I don't remember, but Dan Lanning be getting those boys ready.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, he does.
You know when they're in the Pac-12 against like Colorado and shit, then like they're already like 17-point favorites. They're legitimately a dog this time. No one is shit. The Capital One Bowl Mania on ESPN that I'm looking at right now, 83% of the public has picked Indiana. The matchup predictor on ESPN says Indiana has 70% chance to win the game. Indiana already beat these niggas at home. Yep. They need to win this game.
Hard to beat a good team twice. 3.5.
3.5.
But no, I just think in the progression of sports pay, like even Ryan, we didn't win no fucking national title in year 2 of Ryan Day. Like you need the pay.
That's true.
You need the pay.
That's true.
Or they could win the night and go back to being the ass.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, win the night and then win 3 games the next year type shit. Like go back to being the real Indiana.
Which I was like, well, they've actually been dominating the transfer portal. They've been doing real good.
These niggas ain't going fucking nowhere, bro.
Like, I'm like, bro, how are you doing this shit, dog? Like, you were literally in the role, bro. Like, what is going on?
They ain't going nowhere, bro. That man Kirk Kurt Sidney has been waiting for this moment forever.
Yeah.
And I wonder, Cedric, I wonder what his coach stats would have been if NCAA came out in 24 when he was at JMU.
Wow.
You already know Sidney locked it in, bro. You realize he ain't talking as much shit as he was last year. He can taste it. He can feel it. He's like, ooh, like I can really get this natty. Like he's shutting up.
He felt that pain. See, you need it. He needs one more year of pain. He can't do a year 2. See, shout out to Nagato Pain. Byron, who you got?
You know what? I wasn't going to pick Indiana. But y'all convinced me, man. Oregon.
Oregon's not going to win,
bro.
Pick Indiana.
We ain't all picking Oregon now.
Every time that happens, the other team wins.
We ain't all about to pick these niggas, bro. I'll change my pick.
I'll pick Indiana for the content.
Oh, my God.
You're going to put money on Oregon.
Wow.
No, I really am only picking Oregon because Indiana cannot win in year 2. Like that, because then I'm gonna be looking at everyone else like them 6 paths of Payne, 6 paths of James. I'm gonna be a whole different anger.
I'm telling you, Dan Lennon, bro, he coasting right now. He need to do something, get to a natty, something.
Cedric, who'd you like?
No, I'm gonna pick Indiana.
All right, nice.
Okay.
I like the way they've been playing. I like what they've been showing everyone in football. I mean, like their last game against Oregon was close, and so I know Dan Lanning will make some plans. But this Indiana team has also gotten better since they last played Oregon.
Yeah,
like, also true.
They've been dominating the game, dominating the clock, dominating the line of scrimmage, reducing the turnovers. Mendoza's been playing honestly almost a night and day to where we saw the Oregon game. People were questioning, like, is this really the Heisman guy? Is he even really in the Heisman conversation like that? Like, Oregon kind of shut some of the people's face, but then this man came back, bounced back, got the Big Ten championship game. They took care of business. Their playoff game, some people were thinking like, hey man, this is gonna be a lot closer. I mean, it's Bama, like Bama's gonna fuck up, like, but still, it's like some people were still trying to count them out. They took belt straight to ass to Bama. Yeah. So I think they're red hot right now. I think this is a game for them to lose. Like if they keep playing the way they've been doing, shit, I want the chaos too. I know Martin doesn't want the chaos. I want the chaos. I want to see Cincinnati upset them boys. Because you know what? Fuck Lane Kiffin. Fuck all these people who be at programs forever. Don't do shit. Leave and get the big bucks and then start cashing in when your team that you left starts winning. I don't want that to happen anymore either. So I'm with Cincinnati.
I'm a shitty coach hater now. If you can't win the title, I hate you. let's not get it twisted.
I'm just saying, I don't want to influence those individuals to be like, you know what, man, like we got time. Actually, I'm going to take my talents over somewhere else.
Oh, I got you.
Have them pay, and then have them pay the bill while the team I built and I left starts winning some games.
Yeah.
Double dip out here.
I don't think the Ole Miss LSU situation would happen if it wasn't like the SEC and Ole Miss and Louisiana.
And listen, as much as I love to say, I'm 100% with. I don't trust these niggas. I don't. I really don't. They've done nothing but some skis ball, slime ball shit. They be getting paid. They be cashing in.
If Ole Miss, I'm not even gonna bring it up. I'm fucking. If Ole Miss brings the title, do they send Lane a ring?
Why? Probably.
Me. I'm saying no. Fuck him.
I know you say no.
First of all, that will be Ole Miss's decision to make, and I think for a fact, no, they're not giving this man a ring.
They'll send him a turd in a box saying it is the ring.
the money he's getting for this run is his ring if they end up winning that. Fuck that. You already know. Absolutely not.
On a serious note, though, I don't know which coaches are actually going to be coming to coach that game, though. Like, I don't know which ones Lane's allowing.
Well, the only coach I know that'll be there is Pete Golden, the new head coach.
Fair enough.
We'll see about everyone else.
And let's also remind the people, Oregon only lost one game this year, and that was to Indiana.
Yep.
And that's when Oregon was the number 3 team in the country. Indiana was 7. obviously they were undefeated, and that was at Oregon. Like that was a 30-20 game. So yeah, it was crazy. Now here they are again, rematch. Obviously, Oregon wants to get the bad taste out of their match because the last time they had a rematch in the playoff against a Big Ten team, Ohio State beat the dog shit out of them.
But they beat Ohio State the first time.
That's true. So now
they lost this time.
Yeah,
now roles are reversed.
It's hard to beat a team twice.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be very interesting. The first game is Thursday. The 8th.
Yeah, Thursday.
Yep, the 8th. Yep, Thursday the 8th.
7:30, yes, sir.
7:30.
And then the 9th. I don't know why there's a whole week break that they don't. The national title's on the 19th and not the week. I don't know why, but okay.
Yeah, not Monday coming up. But yeah, that's.
Well, I know this Monday coming up's a Monday Night Football playoff game.
I mean, that's probably why.
But they could have put it somewhere else. Like, come on,
they wouldn't play that game. They would not next Saturday. Divisional round, baby.
Yeah, that's true.
Going up against the NFL.
There's your answer. I don't.
No, that's why.
Hey, but sooner or later they're going to do it because they're going to be like,
that's your answer.
hey, you can watch both on the ESPN app, multi-view. That's
ESPN don't have the divisional round.
No, they got the one Monday. They'll figure it out. This is the same thing that they're giving us double Monday night.
The divisional round don't spill in the Monday. It's only 4 games.
I know. I'm saying like the wild card. Like there's going to be one day where they're going to have that wild card game with the playoff game, like that Monday night game. Especially when we expand, which I really hope not, but to like 16 teams.
You already know that shit is expanding, bro. Just
trash.
don't even get riled about shit you can't control. Like that's what.
David, for when it happens, you know you're going to be mad anyway.
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
Save. Don't get yourself worked up now.
True. That's true. All right. Well, winners and losers. Let's start off with Justin.
Let's go.
First one's of 2026.
Let's go to the NBA.
Oh no!
What you mean? Oh no!
I'm kind of nervous. I hope you don't have Byron because Byron has some anger.
Oh, you already know I'm coming. I'm coming for the Thunder. And I'm not a Thunder hater. These niggas just be winning too much and they lose so rarely that I just have to always highlight it. But first we're gonna start with, and I can't believe I'm showing this team any love because if you know me, I hate this team. Like this is one of the teams that I still like have real sports hate for. The Boston Celtics. I was today years old.
Basketball.
You said what?
Best two-way player in basketball right now, offense and defense.
Jaylen Brown.
Two-way bound. Yep, I'm going there now.
So I showed y'all that tweet about niggas saying we're like one SGA injury away from it being a funny what you would call a funny MVP race.
I need to bet on that right now.
And motherfucker was talking about Jaylen Brown. And I was like, bro, the Celtics are ass, bro. What you mean? The Celtics are second in the East.
Yes, sir.
I didn't realize that until today. So, hey, shout out Jaylen Brown. I fucks with him. Has he learned how to dribble? I haven't watched the Celtics in a few months. Can he dribble?
No.
Still can't dribble and still out here doing it to niggas?
Once he had that 50 ball, I said, oh, this is actually kind of bad. Jaylen Brown haven't fit they're going. Like they are just we know they know they've got that batshit crazy ass coach.
Yeah. Shout out Derek White too. He's a Celtic, but I fuck with him. He one of my favorite players in the NBA. And
if you want it right now, plus 4K, Jaylen Brown, MVP.
It won't happen, but man. And then
he's one injury away from being third place. Like you said, with SGA.
And then shot out the Charlotte Hornets. went in the Oklahoma City yesterday and shot 50% from 3 and shot those niggas off the court.
Yeah.
I'll say shout out Brandon Miller, shout out the white man Con Knipple, shout out LaMelo Ball on the YNs, bro. He their savior, he their Melo. Like, I fuck with the Hornets so key, bro. These niggas is ass when they play a fun brand of basketball. Yeah, man. Shout out the Hornets. Hornets basketball. Three games out the play-in. Let's see them in the play-in, bro. Let's get some new blood in this bitch.
You have any losers? Like, those were all you highlighted, the winners.
I thought we were all going.
No, just go. Winners. No, just go ahead, man.
Let's see. Losers. Dan Dockich. I was scrolling the Twitters. And,
no.
And I saw a video of him giving the Colts owner shit, Charlie Irsay, and Outkick guy. He on the red team, so you know he don't do shit in good faith. And in the midst of him just talking shit, just spewing fucking bullshit, he had the audacity to say wrongly that Carly Irsay married into the family. That's his kid. Like, that's his kid. Like, what do you mean? Like, Irsay ain't gonna let some woman who married into the family like run his shit after he died. So yeah, he a loser. That was fucking wild. If you gonna act out in bad faith, at least be correct. At least be correct.
Wow.
Dog, I might have some that come to me while y'all talk. Oh no, one more. Cameron Newton.
Oh damn! Took one of mine.
Yeah, I wanted to steal one from you. I wanted to steal one. Actually, I'll let you do it, Biggie, because you probably actually know. You probably actually have him quoted. I'll let you get it.
He has a timestamp and everything on when that shit was.
Yeah, he gonna deliver it better than me, so I'll let him do it. So I'm done.
I'm gonna let you out because I'm starting 2026 off negative. I've been holding some shit in since the last pod, so
you got it.
But go ahead, Cedric.
All right, I actually got a decent list of winners. All right,
good.
We're gonna go to the NCAA men's basketball. Okay. Give it to some of these undefeated programs, you know. Arizona, 14-0. Michigan, 14-0. Iowa State, 14-0. And you know what, man? Shout out Nebraska basketball, man. Them people over there are happier than a muff. I know it's early as shit. We haven't even got to February. They're happier than hell. Shout out to y'all bringing some joy to these fans. Because, you know, that fan faithful is strong, man. So shout out to them. We'll see how these teams survive once we get deeper into the season and a little bit closer to March, because naturally some of these people going to start taking some L. But man, I know it was a tough decision for a city 2 hours away from here. But man, shout out to Cleveland Browns for firing Kevin Stefanski. It's starting a new chapter, because you know what? At some point in time, I know it's hard to say when enough is enough. You got a guy who's won Coach of the Year. You want to stick in that cycle. You want to stay with him. So, shout out to them for taking the gamble and seeing what it's going to look like. I mean, Zach Taylor's still employed in Cincinnati. So, I honestly thought they both still have jobs next season, because I didn't think their GMs or their owners would fire them. In all honesty, but they got that good grade, forever forgiving grade. Losers. I won't say the SEC. Just the mindset of that. It may be time, as Ryan Clark said, sit down and just accept the fact that, you know, I ain't got the juice right now. And I'm gonna say, I know people are. I'm gonna get political, I guess. On this. Donald Trump, bro, like us going into Venezuela is kind of fucked up and terrifying. On like an actual like level of, we go in there and kidnap your president, bring him here and charge him. We'll kidnap your president and his wife. I don't know if the wife, bring them all over here. Like that's just. I know the YNs be talking about like go into your trap and take over your trap. I think Donnie is taking it to the next level. God forbid go to a nuclear power and try to do this shit. We gonna be in war and it's gonna death around the world. So yeah, that's it for me.
Ooh, Byron.
For winners, shout out to the January anime that's coming out. Sentenced to be a Hero, Golden Kamui, My Hero Academia Vigilantes, Jujutsu Kaisen, Fire Force, Hell's Paradise, Frieren, Oshinoko, and Fate Strange Fake all come out this month. Happy birthday to Johnny Young Bosch, turns 50 today. And then the other winner, the X-Men Avengers Doomsday teaser trailer that came out today. Totally gave me chills, has me hyped for Avengers Doomsday at the end of this year. Losers, Justin already brought them up as, but Oklahoma City Thunder.
Oh, no.
There is no way in the year of our Lord and Savior 2026 should we be losing to the Charlotte Hornets by 27 fucking points. We are 5-5 in our last 10 games. I don't know what is going on since we started losing to the Spurs, who we are 0-3 against, by the way. But we gotta get this shit together. We're looking terrible in our last 10 games. And just losing to 27 by the Charlotte Hornets is unacceptable. Get that shit together.
Anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Matt. I guess winner, first one. I got to shout out the new blood in the AFC for the playoffs because this is going to be one of the most unpredictable playoffs I'm going to ever see, probably in my lifetime. Shout out to Jacksonville. Everyone read off. I mean, he would have been bad this year after paying him. It would have Trevor Lawrence, maybe adios, whatever. But he has been unlocked by their new coach. Obviously, everyone made fun of him when he did the Duval thing. So shout out to them. Shout out to Denver. Again, the young bloods, Denver, Jax, New England. He's still young. I also consider him young blood. Houston. Yeah, there's going to be a new AFC championship game that doesn't have Kansas City, but for the first time in a long, long time, and I'm excited to see who makes it out of that. And then I got to shout him out, man. This is the first time, like back-to-back years, 14 wins or whatever, number one seed. Sam Darnold, dog. Like Minnesota, number one seed. You come up to Seahawks, number one seed. Now, I don't know if that's going to, obviously, when the Minnesota had their playoff game, it just went downhill. I don't know if it'll be the same with Seattle. I feel like Seattle has a better structure than Minnesota. So, shout out to Sam Darnold. He unlocked JSN even more. JSN, man, one of the top receivers in the game. Like, the defense there is nasty. Run game solid. Seattle maybe head into the Super Bowl. Justin already said some of the Hoopers. Jaylen Brown doing well. Oh, the other MVP. In case something, God forbid, does happen to SGA, who I'm going to tell everyone right now, you need to put some money on. And it is not Luka Doncic. It is the number one seed in the East. The Detroit Pistons and Cade Cunningham. If you don't have a future on Cade right now, get on it. He's in third place, plus 3,000. Just have it on you just in case SGA gets hurt and has the game requirement, or Luka gets hurt and has the game requirement, because those are currently 1 and 2, and SGA is clearing away the favor right now if you don't already have a bet. Get one on Cade. They're the number one team in the East, and because OKC's been shitting the bed against the Spurs and everyone and the damn Hornets, they're not that far off now. So, shout out to Cade, bro. Eastern Conference, man. Shout them out. Okay. Losers. Cameron Newton. This was at 11:28 a.m., January 2nd, after, obviously, Georgia and Alabama got bounced. And, they were asking just about SEC dominance, all that stuff. Cameron Newton gave the most bullshitty answer. He said, obviously, TV ratings show the SEC is still college football's top conference. However great Coach Cignetti is, I'm not going to about to watch Indiana football. I prefer to watch LSU, Ole Miss, the great Auburn. Auburn has not been great in years, though, Cap. Alabama, Georgia, Tennessee. Ain't nobody watching Arkansas, dog, like that over a top Big Ten team. Mississippi State, before I watch a good Penn State, before I watch a Michigan State and Iowa State. Like, he was naming bottom of the team Big Ten teams who, for most of those teams that he named in the SEC, are mid-tier to bottom SEC teams as well. And I also want to remind Cam Newton, because they were talking about football play on the field, not ratings. The top-rated games this year involved Big Ten teams that obviously he did not mention, and that is the Ohio State Buckeyes, who had the number 1, 2, and 4 top-rated games this year on Fox. Just saying. So none of those, besides Georgia, Alabama in the SEC championship game, and Georgia and Alabama, those teams that you were naming, ain't nobody tuning in. No one was tuning into really LSU like that. We tuned into LSU when we thought they were good against Clemson. Obviously, all of us found out on here after week 1, they were both frauds. So that take was just awful. And people are wondering why you're on TV now, because you can't have that type of take. That was TV ratings decide if a conference is still dominating. So no disrespect to throw strays. That means the Dallas Cowboys have never stopped dominating, because they bring in the ratings like it's easy work. It don't make no sense. And Justice said this to me a couple of weeks ago. Just because you put out the most shit don't mean your shit good.
Fact.
And let's also be honest too. It's for a lot of people, it's easier to find the mouse's channels than it is sometimes for the other stuff.
Fact.
Well,
Just saying. And SEC is in bed with the mouse. So that was just a terrible, terrible ass take. But the other one too, they're not really losers per se, because I don't know what's going to happen, but I don't agree with the decision. Cedric, this is actually about the Philadelphia Eagles. They had a chance to get the number 2 seed, and they decided to rest their starters. And obviously now they're 3 seed. Me personally, I rather would have played Green Bay than San Francisco. I think that's kind of scary. You take that San Francisco game that they lost against the Seahawks out, that team is playing.
They probably did the rest. They were probably thinking about the rest more than who they were playing, honestly.
I mean, I get, but that team's scary. But that's a coach who just needs a Super Bowl so badly. Hand in hand, but I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I mean, they weren't even trying and still could have won that fucking game, though.
Could have. I don't know. I just don't want to. The Green Bay, I'm like, yeah, they're a little,
I see where you're coming from, though, for
I
sure.
swore off of Eagles regular season. I can't talk shit.
At least you're back now. Oh, and then that was part 1 of Cam Newton. I have part 2. Because he said is also this a little earlier. He's like, man, because he was talking about, I want to see Indiana play one of these mobile quarterbacks. I want to see him play a team like Oregon, like Ole Miss. Cam Newton's PR team and his interns forgot to tell him that Indiana already played Oregon at Oregon and beat Oregon. His interns forgot to tell him that. He said that on national TV. He wants to see what it's like, because they've never played each other this year.
Yeah. Makes sense, because he don't watch the game.
And that goes back to my other thing that Justin tried to tell me a long time. I mean, we watch these games more intently than these clowns we get paid millions of bucks for sometimes.
Fact.
That's a fact.
Because I'm sitting here like, how do you not know they played each other? How did your people screw that up? You have a PR, you have a whole staff giving you stats.
Yeah.
That's just bad, man. And Lane Kiffin, bro, stop trying to act like you big bro to Ole Miss. That shit's kind of sad. Like, come on, dog. You left him, cut the shit out. You left him. You didn't show up to game day because you didn't want to get ripped apart. But you out there hand in hand with Kim Monk, the other fucking college villain.
Not gonna lie, I kind of like Kim Mulkey.
Well, she's a winner, but she's a villain.
It's a mean lady.
Also, Ohio State, bro, why is your center taking a game winning 3 to win the game?
Oh, on Monday.
What are we doing? Why didn't you guys call a timeout when it was 4 minutes and Nebraska was going on the run? But you wanted to wait until the media timeout, so by then the momentum was already completely shifted.
Yeah, they went on 8. They went on 8-point streak because Ohio State didn't call a timeout.
Well, how close was it to the media timeout? Because maybe they were trying to save that.
It was
shit.
like
They knew
a
that shit was
minute.
going to be close.
They were trying to save it, but it was at a point where it's like, dog, you need to stop this momentum.
Oh, it was that bad.
It was a whole 8-point swing.
Oh yeah.
So, but again, they've lost. Again, just losing close games. They're trying to not have this January slump. But besides that, I mean, I hate giving him credit, but I don't even say his name. The person who Justin knows his name. He can say if he wants to. The person who thinks that DC and Absolute shit ain't selling.
Oh fuck. JD fucking comics.
Them top 18 of the year was looking pretty familiar. And as Justin said, those don't count digital sales either.
Nope.
So
Or trades or none of that shit.
I'm gonna just say all that, but but it's just trash. And I have another winner. This is for Justin. Get ready for March when Daredevil, Invincible, and The Boys are all competing week after week.
Oh my god, they're all gonna be on TV at the same damn time.
Get ready for that war.
See,
because Daredevil and Invincible start in March, and then The Boys start in April.
Oh my god, it's not even the same though, because all that shit's on fucking streaming. It'll be one thing if it was all on network TV at the same damn time, and niggas had to actually pick.
But they gonna see. There's gonna be a time when March come around.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it, bro.
Right.
Shout out to Buckeyes.
That made my day.
And then shout out if they're smart. Shout out future offensive coordinator of the Buckeyes, Cliff Kingsbury. Said it here.
Cliff Kingsbury.
He's free now. Go make the move.
Free now.
Make the move.
And call plays instead of Ryan Day. Also, get a new kicker.
He is CEO now, right? It's too much shit to be doing all that as the head coach. I'm sorry. It's too much. You got too much shit you got to do.
Cliff's good people's. I like.
He a good coordinator, bro. He a coordinator. He can.
Yes, he can.
He can get you some Heisman winners.
I'm about to say he can't run the show, but he can run the damn offense now.
No. Oh, we got shout out Myles Garrett, sack record.
Mm-hmm.
Got to shout
Only
out
bright spot in Cleveland.
Oh man, I can't believe I forgot. Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out Shador Sanders. I saw my AP. He ain't good. He ain't good, but room for Shador is fun. I like being with my friends in the black community. Shador Hive.
No, you're right, man. Oh, and shout out to Chelsea Handler. The reason I'm shouting her out is because they had the Critics' Choice Awards. I think she was doing the monologue or whatever. But she called out fucking Variety for making that trash-ass piece about Sinners when Sinners came out, saying it was going to flop and be one of the worst movies ever. Obviously, we know what history did, and nobody lets that. We know what history did, and obviously everyone left. But the fact she did that in the monologue, and Michael B. Jordan had to hold in his laughter while she was calling them out, cinema. They fucked up. But that's it. Justin, do you think of any more? Shout out to Sinners, man, the culture.
Nah, we gotta wrap this shit.
All right. With that being said, thank you everyone for listening to L7C podcast. We'll be back soon talking some football, NFL playoffs, who wins the college football championship and whatnot. That being said, y'all take care.
Thank you for listening to this episode of the L7C podcast. Be sure to like, rate, review, and subscribe to the channel. Follow us on all social media platforms, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Take care.